I believe you've been following the Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni drama. You thought you knew the tea. But as Katie Joy from Without a Crystal Ball just revealed, the rabbit hole goes much, much deeper than a difficult director or a flower-themed press tour. Buckle up, because we're diving into the Wayfair War, where a new lawsuit is threatening to blow the lid off everything we thought we knew. But who is the secret player at the center of the storm, and why is the Nation of Islam suddenly being mentioned in the same breath as a Hollywood starlet? Who is Celeste Smith? Just when we thought the dust was settling on the Blake Lively and Wayfair saga, a new lawsuit dropped like a lead weight. Enter Celeste Smith, a 52-year-old high-level executive who didn't work on a movie set, but in the trenches of the Wayfair Foundation. Celeste isn't just any former employee. She's a member of the Nation of Islam, a Muslim, and a woman who claims she was promised a 15-year career legacy. Instead, she says she found herself in a workplace that felt less like a charity and more like a battlefield. She's suing for discrimination under Title VII, alleging that her race, religion, and age were weaponized against her. But here's where it gets weird. She isn't just suing for a mean boss. She's alleging a deep-seated hostility from the man at the very top, Steve Sarowitz, the billionaire founder of Wayfair. Now, you might be wondering, what does a Chicago-based nonprofit lawsuit have to do with Blake Lively spiraling in Hollywood? The answer lies in the timing and a certain director whose name keeps popping up in places he doesn't belong. When we talk about the Wayfair feud, the name Justin Baldoni is never far behind. While Baldoni wasn't an employee of the foundation and isn't a defendant in Celeste's lawsuit, his name is loosely tied to the chaos. According to the video, the Wayfair Foundation was the nonprofit arm of Wayfair Pathways, the parent company involved in the broader drama. The lawsuit paints a picture of a company culture in total disarray, a culture that mirrors the toxic allegations we've heard coming off the sets of certain films. But there's a massive plot hole in Celeste's story that the video points out, and it involves a classic case of check your facts. Celeste claimed she was discriminated against because an interim CEO position was given to a woman 8 years younger than her. The reality? That woman, award-winning journalist Jennifer Wiggle, is actually 2 years older than Celeste. If the age discrimination claim is factually upside down, what else in this lawsuit is flipped? And more importantly, why did Steve Sarowitz abruptly shut the entire foundation down in the middle of this mess? Arson, abduction, and all-out fear. If you thought a workplace HR complaint was stressful, try having a stranger attempt to set your house on fire. In a shocking twist, the video reveals that while Celeste Smith was filing complaints, Steve Sarowitz was facing a literal nightmare. On April 28th, a man attempted to abduct Sarowitz's daughter and threatened to amputate his family members before burning their home to the ground. Sarowitz didn't just close the foundation because of a toxic workplace. He closed it out of raw, unfiltered fear. He felt the safety of his employees and his family was compromised. Yet, Celeste's lawsuit suggests this closure was a calculated move to avoid her HR complaints. It's a he said, she said on a billionaire scale. Was it a legitimate shutdown for safety, or was it a convenient way to sunset a department full of legal headaches? The answer might depend on how you view a very specific, very controversial ideology that was bubbling under the surface of the office. Oneness versus separatism, the ultimate culture clash. This is where the story moves from office drama to philosophical warfare. Steve Sarowitz is a follower of the Baha'i faith, which centers on the concept of oneness, the unity of all races and religions. Celeste Smith, on the other hand, is a member of the Nation of Islam, which historically advocates for Black separatism. Everything Celeste is complaining about happened in 2024 and 2025. In the legal world, there are things called statutes of limitations. Many of her claims might already be time-barred. So why file a flimsy complaint in 2026? The video poses a provocative theory. Is this a coordinated campaign to keep the pressure on Wayfair? With Blake Lively's name trending for all the wrong reasons and Stephanie Jones, another key figure in the Wayfair saga, reportedly campaigning for people to sue, it feels like the legal equivalent of a pile-on. Is Celeste a victim of a toxic billionaire, or is she a pawn in a larger game meant to destroy Wayfair's reputation? We started this journey looking at Blake Lively, but we've ended up in a world of federal lawsuits, arson threats, and religious philosophy. The Wayfair War is no longer just about who is mean on a movie set. It's about a billionaire's foundation, a disgruntled executive, and a narrative that seems to be spiraling out of control. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's discuss, was the oneness, mission of Wayfair ever actually real, or was it just a mask for something darker? Don't forget to share this article with your fellow pop culture junkies to see where they stand in the Wayfair War.